class. Nice to see everybody. So I know last week, couple weeks before the break, you guys were going over a fiction lesson. So I just want to kind of reiterate or do a quick review of what fiction is. Can somebody tell me what fiction writing is? Alex?
Fiction is something that didn't, well, realistic fiction is something that could happen, but it didn't. And fiction fantasy is something that didn't happen and it's not true.
Okay, anybody else? Chris?
Fiction is like a story that didn't happen. And sometimes it can't happen, sometimes it's a real event that did happen.
Okay, a couple more. Efren?
Also, historical fiction is something that did happen in history with made-up characters.
All right, and last one. Okay, Trey?
Historical fiction is make-believe, nothing really happens, and it's in stories.
Okay, so good. It sounds like you guys have a pretty good idea of fiction. So now we're going to move on to nonfiction. And go ahead.
Nonfiction is real, like it happened.
You're right. It's true and it states facts. And just a quick side note, Noah, I don't know why, but somebody this morning was thinking of you because they randomly asked, did Noah make this board? I thought that was kind of interesting, even though I made it. So
Handwriting.
maybe, I don't know. That's what she said, but I think she was just thinking about you, so I thought that was interesting. Derek, what's up, buddy?
Did you make a sheet?
Yeah, I did this morning. I know, it's the handwriting isn't great.
I have another question.
Okay.
Did you drink like 5 cups of coffee before you did that?
I didn't. I'm just, I'm not a very neat person, unfortunately. That's something I do have to work on.
I can relate.
You can write, that's good. So getting back to the lesson though, so I want to show you guys books that are nonfiction before we get started. So you can flip through them and you can kind of see, you know, the pictures and what they're about. So just grab one and pass it back when you're done looking at it, if you guys don't mind. You guys just grab one and pass them back. So a few important notes about nonfiction are text features. So Mrs. Browner is going to go over text features in more depth in a little bit, but just to run through some real quick. Yeah, well, just flip through it real quick and then pass it back. Yeah, make sure everybody gets a chance to see them. Hey guys, so pay attention now though, okay? So some different text features that nonfiction writing has are titles, pictures, they have a table of content, and they have an index. Does anybody know when you can find the table of contents? Jack?
It's like at the end of the book, and it tells you like where. It's either at the start or the end.
Right, you're right. It's at the beginning of the book. The index, which is also a text feature, is at the end. And a few other text features are the glossary, some diagrams, maps, and captions. You're going to go over that a little bit more in depth in a little bit. So just to continue with what nonfiction is, as we went over it, it may have a glossary, it has an index and a table of contents. So when you're reading nonfiction, you're reading it for information. It's not made up. Where fiction stories are made up, nonfiction stories are real stories. So if somebody writes a biography or an autobiography, that would be considered a nonfiction book. So I'll give you guys a couple more minutes to look at the books and everything, and then when you're done, just pass them up to the front.
We're supposed to bring it back. I already looked at that twice. You're supposed to read it.
Trey, what's up, buddy? Oh, really? You look at it? Oh, yeah? Really? Alright guys, will you guys pass the books up to the front when you're done, please? All right, and then just a quick review for everyone before we look at PowerPoint. Nonfiction writing is true stories, usually always states facts. They may have a glossary, an index, and a table of contents. You read the information, you read the nonfiction books for information, and they usually have settings, people, and the events are real in the story.
I never got to see that.
All right, so we're just going to take one more minute for you guys to look at the books, and then everyone's going to go back to their desks so we can just do a quick PowerPoint. All right, will you guys pass the books up to the front now? You guys could have time to look at them some more later. Thank you. All right, now everyone go back to their desks so we can do